Hi everyone, my name is Trenz and welcome to my channel. And to those who have been here before, welcome back. An update about my daily life is that everything is almost back to normal. For me and my family, well, except for the internet. My aunt, uncle, and cousin arrived last January 31 here in Cebu City. And lastly, this February 24 to 27, my family and I are going on a special long weekend getaway. So, if you want to see pictures about that special getaway, follow me on my Instagram account at Trenz. The link is in the description down below. Now on to the bullet journal portion of this video. Continuing with the Disney movie theme I have going on, I welcome you to my Winnie the Pooh March bullet journal setup inspired by YouTuber thisgirlcalledholly and her 2018 March bullet journal setup. The planning pages for this theme were inspired by YouTuber TheBoostedJournal for the productivity level board, DarkSunlight for the health tracker spread, and Plant-Based Bride for the rolling weeklies. And now sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Now on to voiceover trends.
Hello everyone, this is voiceover trends, and on to the bullet journal part of the video. Here we are onto the page where you can see the outline of the habit tracker and the cover page. By the way, I will be using Tsuki Nara dot grid journal from Notebook Therapy. As you can see, I am writing down MTWTTFS. Yes, that's it. Now on to the habit tracker. I have decided to use some full calligraphy for the title of this spread, and for all, okay, not all, but in almost all the spreads in this month's bullet journal setup, by using either the Uni Pin fineliner in 01 or the Sakura Pigma Micron 03 for the outline, and Sakura Brush Pen for the thickened downstrokes. As you can see, for the header of each habit, I decided to use the Sakura Brush Pen in black to darken where I will write the habit itself. There are still 9 habits, such as study, exercise, hydrate, vitamins, read, pray, shower, skincare, and sleep. As you can see, I'm finishing up with the black rectangles in which I will write the title or which habit I'm tracking. We have also decided to put a drop shadow in each mini calendar. And now a tip for those who are new to habit tracking or want to use a habit tracker is to choose an activity you want to develop into a habit. Don't just follow what other people are using because your bullet journal is your own. And if you decide to follow other people's habits, then you are doing yourself a disservice. As I have said, your bullet journal is your own, and you get to decide what you want to do or put in your habits. And I am using the mini calendar style once again. And for the decorations, on each side of the word habit, there are two. There are butterfly doodles. And for the tracker, the word tracker, there are bee doodles. So a quick question for you. What habits are you tracking this month? Are you planning to use a habit tracker? And now on to the cover page, using the same style to write out the title of the month, which happens to be the name of the month, March. We have two butterflies on either side of the main character, one bee, which is going for the honey pot, a drawing of Winnie the Pooh, or just Pooh, and his favorite jar of honey, which I just remembered was spelled as Hunny, honey, in the movie or the TV series. As you can see, I decided to color all the small doodles for both the habit tracker and the cover page at the same time, or roughly the same time. What about you? What is your theme for this month of March? And who is your favorite Winnie the Pooh character? As always, if you like this video, click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. For the smaller doodles, I am using the Dingbat's Auto Pen pastel shades. And if you haven't seen my February setup, the link is in the description down below. And I'm coloring in Winnie the Pooh himself. And now his favorite red t-shirt, which I think is the only t-shirt he actually wears throughout the entire movie and TV series. And now we are coloring his favorite jar of honey. Quick question, do you like honey? What do you use your honey for? I sometimes use honey to sweeten my tea. What about you? And now going back to the habit tracker page, I am using the Sakura Pigma Micron. No, not the Pigma Micron, the jelly rolls to write in the habits. That's all for the habit tracker and cover page. And now we are moving on to the next spread, which is the double page calendar spread, which includes one big calendar where I can write the events happening in the month in advance, a space for my YouTube subscriber count, my goals for the month, some notes, my Instagram's followers count for the 1st, the 15th, and the 31st of March, 2 butterfly doodles and 2 bee doodles on the left side of the calendar, a letter for Tigger, one of Pooh's friends, which reads as Dear Tigger, just a note to say, dress warmly, eat well, stay safe and sound, keep smiling, we're always there for you. Signed, your family. And, as mentioned in my February bullet journal setup, the year of the tiger will be represented in one of the future or later bullet journal setups. And lo and behold, we have Tigger the Tiger, one of Pooh's friends, to represent the lunar Chinese New Year of the tiger. And I believe I'm just coloring him in orange and black. Anyone? Also, did you know that Tigger could coil his tail and bounce on it like a coiled spring? You can't see his tail in this illustrated drawing. And of course, I'm doing, or not doing, but drawing, or coloring in a chibi Tigger, or baby Tigger, whichever you prefer. And I must really apologize in advance because part of the next spread, which is the faves and wish list and the align a day, I might have lost the image or the video in which I actually colored them in and set them up, as well as the health tracker and the productivity level board. So you might see in the next 3 spreads, or shall I say 4 spreads, that they have a different background. But now back onto the calendar spread. If you have watched the video this far, please leave a tiger emoji in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please click the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And now, on to the favorites and wish list spread. Center stage, we have Pooh's best friend, Piglet. And on to the right of this spread is the Align a Day page. Now back to the favorites and wishlist spread. Oh wait, I am actually writing in the title for the Align a Day page in the same style as the cover page and the habit tracker page for the title. And now we are coloring Piglet in using both the pink Dingbats Auto Pen and the pink watercolor brush pens. What about you? What spreads do you place in your monthly setups? And here's where I lost the footage, so I decided to film an already finished setup. And now we have one of my favorite spreads. It's greatly inspired by fellow YouTuber DarkSunlight, the health tracker, wherein I track the number of hours that I sleep, the number of steps that I walk, and the number of cups of water that I drink every day for the whole month of March. This time I use the honey jar doodles, but instead of labeling honey, they are labeled steps, sleep, oh wait, According, they are labeled sleep, steps, and water respectively, with color coding of red for sleep, orange for steps, and light blue for water. And now on to the productivity level board. Great. If you want an in-depth application, wait, no, not application, explanation for this spread, please watch fellow YouTuber The Boosted Journal's original video, because he is the original maker of this spread. As- You had a little flash of a sneak peek of the finished look of the highlights of March spread, featuring Eeyore, one of Pooh's friends. I think my whole setup only has 3 of Pooh's friends and Pooh himself. But he has other friends, like Kanga, a female kangaroo, and her son named Roo. Kanga and Roo. Kangaroo. We also have Rabbit, who is a rabbit. And finally, we have the only human, at least in the TV series, but not the only human in the movie, Christopher Robin. And now I'm coloring in Eeyore. The first color that I'm using is black. Black watercolor brush pen. And let's see, now for the darker shade of purple, I am using the purple from the watercolor brush pen set. Starting with his feet. Although other picture references show ER having gray color, but purple is my favorite color, any shade of purple. So I went for the reference of ER having purple tones. And for the lighter purple, I am using the pastel shades of Dingbat Soda Pen. By the way, I think the relevant materials that I use in this journal setup will be placed in the description down below. The highlights itself is self-explanatory. I sift through my pictures and my phone, look for the pictures that resonate me with the most for this month, and print them out in my Paperang P1 thermal printer and paste it on my bullet journal. And now on to, let's see. Finally, we have the weekly pages. I have decided to use a rolling weekly spread, greatly inspired by fellow YouTuber The Plant-Based Bride. To tie in the weekly pages with the rest of the theme, you can find alternating butterfly and bee doodles. And if you want to know more about the rolling weeklies, head on to Plant-Based Bride YouTube account. She has a video which has an in-depth explanation on how the rolling weeklies are used. For this month, I decided to use the 2-page rolling weekly. She also has, let's see, the Dutch Door rolling weekly spreads. On one side, on the left, where you can see the whole week, is where you place fixed tasks, like something that happens during that day, like birthdays. Or for example, March 2 is Ash Wednesday, the start of the Lent season. On the other side is a to-do in which you can choose or pick out which day you're going to use them. There are 5 weeks. In February, the 5th happens to be only 4 days in March and 3 days in the next month, which is April. So to fill in the gap, there is a drawing of Pooh on a raft paddling on a river, and the quote, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Winnie the Pooh" by A. A. Milne. Yes, A. A. Milne. I have no idea how you pronounce that name, but it is A. Space Milne. And this is the 5th and final week. On the right page, we have a doodle of a butterfly and a bee. And to the left of that doodle is week number 13, because this is half of week number 13. Yep. And the other half of week number 13 happens to be in April. So if you reach this far into the video, in the description down below, no, not the description, in the comments down below, choose to either leave a butterfly emoji, a bee emoji, or a tiger emoji. And now I am coloring in Winnie the Pooh. First with yellow. And now I will be coloring in his t-shirt red. And now I will be coloring in the wreath and the panel itself with light brown. And as I have said before, if you liked watching this video, leave a comment, click the like button, and subscribe to see more bullet journal videos and other videos in the future. And if you really want to, you can leave a wave or a water emoji or a beach emoji in the descriptions down below. Or shall I say in the comments down below. And now I'm using light blue watercolor brush pens for the background color of the quote and to represent the river that Pooh is paddling and floating on. And quick question, which layout or setup in the video did you like the most? You know me, my favorite spread is the health tracker. And now on to the final flip through. You'll find that there were some things added on to the spread off camera. First, on the cover page, a quote was added on Pooh's right side saying, "A day without a friend is like a pot of honey, a pot without a single drop of honey left inside," by Winnie the Pooh himself. On the double page calendar spread, the word March is written on the upper left corner of the spread. Don't you just love this calendar spread? Looking good. I've also added some of the events like birthdays in red and March 2 Ash Wednesday. And now on to the favorites and wish list and the Align a Day spread. You can see that beside the numbers there's one long black rectangle and the initials for the day of the week are written right beside its corresponding days. And each day there's an alternating purple outline line so that the page itself will not look flat. And Piglet is fully colored. And finally, the last thing added is on the health tracker spread. The quote, "Love is taking a few steps backwards, maybe even more, to give way to the happiness for the person you love," by Winnie the Pooh, is written above the title Health Tracker, while below the title Health Tracker, the quote, "Life is a journey to be experienced, not a problem to be solved," by Winnie the Pooh. And I wonder how this will look like at the end of the month of March. Don't worry, I'll be posting my monthly mid check-in on my Instagram account. Link is in the description down below. And we have the productivity level tracker or board, the touch drawer spread, and the weekends are colored in pink, as well as having a pink drop shadow. highlights of March, where Eeyore can be found. Looking forward to the pictures to be posted or placed in this spread. And finally, the rolling weeklies. There are 31 days in March. This will be the last pages. And on to the outro.
So here we are at the end of my bullet journal video. So if you like this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And see you in the next video. Bye!